If you want to see me create my first look using the I Rest You palette by Violet Voss, then stick around. Hi there, it's Helene and welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I recently did a couple of videos using this Golden Sunflower palette. I will just put the couple thumbnails here for you. And now I get to play with another Violet Voss palette, which is a whole lot bigger. So the Golden Sunflower is 10 pan, and this is a 20 pan with much larger pans of a palette from the same manufacturer, Violet Voss. Let me show you the inside. And this is what I'm playing with today. Now, the sunflower look that I made was based on a yellow palette, so I think that the top row I will absolutely avoid because we want to do different things. And I think that the bottom two rows is what I'm going to, rows is what I'm going to be playing with today. So some browns and some burgundies. I am very excited, and I haven't come up with anything. I want to do it on the fly, just like any of us would for a first impressions with a palette. And I really don't want to go with the obvious stuff, which to me, this one would be an obvious one to use because it just kind of has that bling. I think I'm going to just go browns and burgundies, but nothing that is so super flashy, and we'll see how it goes. I am going to start off with, I think, the I Rest You, this one right here, because I think it's a good starting point kind of color. And I'm going to use a relatively fluffy brush. I do have a beige color from the Metal Matte palette from KVD Vegan Beauty, just to kind of nullify veins and whatnot and help with blending. And am I changing my mind? No, I'll go through I Rest You. I thought maybe of going with a slightly lighter color, but I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to just do the look on this one eye and then replicate it off camera to save some time. It's usually what I do. It's a very nice big mirror with the palette, so I'm just using that today. And with what's left on the brush, I do like to go on the inner brow. So if you have a lot of of lid space, real estate lid space, either or term, it is kind of nice to do this as well because sometimes our eye can almost look too blown out with color, and I do like to use the inner lid. Now, of course, if you feel like your eyes are too close together, that might not be great because it will kind of bring them together. But if you feel like you've got the room, I really come to love it, truly. And I don't see it kind of emphasized in a whole lot of makeup videos, so I like to mention it here. I just loaded the brush up again, and I'm going to even bring it to the outer lid, even though it's probably going to get covered up. And I have no plan coming in. I just opened up the palette, so hopefully I don't mess it up. It's twice now that I've had a starting point that was quite rusty. I'm liking it though. Okay, so what I want to do is bring that color down, and I'll use my angled brush for that. And this is the brush that I'm talking about. You see how it's angled? And I just make sure that the angle is on the shadow is on the side of the angle that I want to use. And it tends to give me a pretty accurate line. Okay, that was really easy. I like Violet Voss shadows though. I have a bias. Okay, so that is for the base color for the look. I'm happy with that. And where do I want to go next? I think that Deep Rust, which is quite red actually, is going to look quite good. So let me go into that one, and I'm going to build it on the outer lid, outer crease, and bring it in slightly. And I think I think I'm going to keep this one in the crease and just go right into deep rust without cleaning off my brush, and just get a little kind of gradient of color going. I'll probably use a different brush for the lid, but this, because it has a little rust in it, it's just kind of blending, naturally blending the two, which I kind of like. Like I said, I have no plan for this look. I'm just winging it. I'm letting the spirit move me. All right, so here we go. I think I'm just going to bring it up just a slight bit more. Not loving that. I'll take the brush that I used to do the base color and just soften that up a little bit, and even here too. You know, it's just going a little too high, I think. It looks, in the viewfinder, this spot right here looks really patchy, and I'm not sure why, because I don't see it in real life, so I'm going to leave it alone because the viewfinder might be lying to me. I think it's lying to me. It's just based on the mirror under the camera. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we have two colors that are pretty solid. Happy with that. I have some discoloration here for some reason. Not quite sure why. Let me just see if I can just rub this off. I'm going to take my angled brush that just had that one color, just see if I can color correct a little bit here, because there seems to be a gap in the color. Might just be the angles of my face too, but I think it's a bit better. All right, so we have those two colors. I'm happy with that. And brow bone, I'm inclined to use this kind of creamy yellow right there. And I'm going to use a brush that I would normally use for brow bone. This one is a Glamlite brush, but it doesn't have anything more written on it. It looks more like a concealer brush, but it's going to work for brow bone. Brow bone is, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Okay, so here we go. Good, I like that. I like that. That was really, really easy. Now, what do we want to do? I want to deepen up the outer lid, but I don't think I want to use deep rust. I think that that would be too red. I think I'm going to go with, Rust No One and Rust the Process, this one. So this one outer lid and this one inner two-thirds of the lid. I think that's what I'm going to do. And if it's too deep, I'll use peach tarnish to lighten up the center. Okay, I have my plan, and let's see, I'm going to use a packer brush for the outer lid, and this one again for the outer crease. So maybe I'll start off with the fluffy one and take Rust No One and just go on the lower part of the crease, just to make sure it looks blended, just on the, like I said, lower part of the crease. And Rust No One is quite deep, so I don't want to go overboard. Oh, that looks good. Okay, back in now with a more of a packer brush to do the kind of this part, the outer third to outer half of the eye. And this is the brush that I'm going to use from Smashbox, and that does allow me to be very precise with the placement. More of a flat brush. And I think I'm going to use that deep brown as a liner on the lower lash line too, just to bring it together. Oh, that's so easy. So easy. Jeez. Nice. Just added a little bit more. Look at that. I could just do full brown on the lid and have a beautiful smoky eye. This is so easy. I'm really happy about that. So we had Trust No One, and then I said I was going to go into Rust the Process, this one. And I'm going to use my multitasker brush for that one. And it's this one. Everybody must be sick of hearing me talk about it because I talk about it a lot. It's three-sided. And it does a wonderful job. So I'm going into Rust the Process, which looks like almost like between a copper and a burgundy. And I'm going to work it into the inner lid. I'm trying not to raise my eyebrows. I talk about this a lot lately, but I've noticed in some videos where I'm just using or raising my eyebrows way too much. I've been getting better over the last number of weeks. I don't think I'm cured. Okay, finger for the same shadow, because I find that finger application really brings out the bling in a metallic shadow, and does it ever. Holy cow, beautiful. This is lovely. I think it's hard to make a mistake with this palette. They're all beautiful and very much a similar color story. It's really quite pretty. And I just want to, with a clean finger, I'm going to go into Peach Tarnish, this one, and just see if I want to try it on the center lid. Oh, why not? Why not? This is what I'm seeing here, and I think it's pretty. So let's just put a little dab on the center lid, and if it's horrible, I can always just fix it. Not bad. Let me go in a second time here. Has a little bit of gold fleck in it, by what I can see. Hey, I like it. I like it. Yep, okay, that's a winner in my opinion. I'm going to finish the look with liner and mascara right along with you, and then I will show you the final look once I come back on camera. Okay, I have wiped my fingers and I'm ready to do the liner and mascara, and I do need a mirror for that. And I'm actually using the Kelly Contour palette, and that's what I've used for my contour and whatnot today. So I used the bronzer, I used the cool contour, I used the blush, and I used the light highlight for my complexion products today. And I'm quite happy. For the liner, if I can get it open. For the liner, oh come on, there we go. I'm using the calligraphy pen from Shu Uemura, and I don't even know, is it the, yeah, it's the brown that I'm going to be using, and I think that that's good for this look. And I'm just going to do a simple line. If you have not used a calligraphy pen yet from Shu Uemura, if they still sell it, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of control with this liner. Okay, so I'm doing a little wing today. I don't usually do that, but I've just decided that this look merits it. And I'm just going to go a tiny bit back into the inner lid. I'm liking it. It's got a little feline edge to it, and I'm quite liking it. Okay, and I'm going to use the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. That's just what I feel like using today. I do like the brush. It's quite nice, quite fluffy and volumizing. And let's just do that. Oop. Okay, I'll have a little mascara to fix on the bottom there. That's okay. Are you a blinker too for mascara? I tend to blink on application. It's just a quirk, I guess. So I don't see too many people do that. Oh gosh, that's one coat. One coat. No, that's two. I went back in. It's two, but geez. Ha! Yeah. I am loving this. Okay, so you have seen the one side. Let me create the other side and I'll be right back. So here is the final look. I am super, super happy. It feels like a burgundy, rusty, deep brown, smoky eye, along with some beautiful metallics on the inner to almost outer lid. I do think that the peach on the center lid does give it a little bit of a punch. I'm pretty happy with that. I had no idea this is how it was going to turn out, and I think it turned out beautifully. I'm super happy. Let me know what you think in the comments. And for my lip, I did feel like the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb really played off the eyes. I think it's a good match. And it is from the Sephora Favorites kit. That included this. It included the ABH Brow Freeze and tattoo liner from KVD. It just works. It just works. I'm super, super happy with the combo. And I have to say the mascara, which is the Perversion from Urban Decay, it went on really, really well. And it's a couple times that I use it recently, and I'm really enjoying it. And I don't know if I don't remember it covering the lashes this well months ago. And I wonder if it just aged a little bit and it's just doing a better job. I don't know, but I'm smitten again with this mascara. I think it did a really good job. I am going to stop repeating myself. I'm very happy with the look. I hope you are too. Let me know in the comments, please. I would love to hear. And let's take a look at the palette one more time. I want you to tell me if there is a color or a set of colors in this palette that you want to see. I'm going to just hold it steady so that you can see the names, or at least figure out the rows and whatnot. And you can tell me if there are specific colors that you would want to see a look with. Yeah. I'm probably going to do 5 looks for this palette because it is really good. Just based on the first impressions, it's really good. I mean, I had no plan. I just went in. And that is, to me, the definition of a good palette is to just look at the colors and do a placement on the eye, and it all just works. So I'm super jazzed. I bought this half off. It is still available on Sephora Canada for half off. If you like this kind of color story, I would recommend it. And please take a look at the color story in this video, because the pictures, the marketing pictures for this palette show it as a lot more orange than it is. So just be cautious about that. Is when you look at it online, it just doesn't quite look the same. So hopefully this video is helping you see what the palette really looks like under regular type of light. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to your comments below. And yeah, see you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.